All right. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Coleman Power, and I was asked to give you a couple of messages in relation to your food, your nutrition, and your training as well. So I'll just give you a small bit of a background on myself. I'm from Waterford originally, and as well as that, I wasn't ever the biggest, I wasn't ever the strongest, and actually growing up through school, I found it extremely difficult. Firstly, because I was extremely active and I found it challenging to get onto sports teams, and because I was small and because I was weak and because I didn't understand what foods were beneficial to me, but I know a hell of a lot more now. And I'll just give you insight into one of the stories of when I was going to school, all through secondary school. I was the smallest and I couldn't get on the likes of the hurling team, and I went to each and every training session for 5 years straight, never getting a minute of a game. I was a sub, I was on the reserves, but that didn't stop me because I enjoyed it. I was that guy who was always at training, never missed a challenge match, never missed a minute of an opportunity that I could have to get onto that sports team. In first year, in second year, in third year, in fourth year, never got a minute. Fifth year, came to the likes of the second last year of my secondary school, and I was called up because somebody got injured. And that's just a plain example of when you put in time and when you put in effort, and if you're there, what really happens is hard work is going to beat skill at the end of the day. And that's what's going to take in the likes of this event that you're doing, whether you're walking it, you're jogging it, you're running it. It's extremely important that you put in hard work, because it's not going to be easy. Okay, before I even talk about motivation, that's just a small bit about how I achieve things that I regularly want to get. It's from hard work, determination. I'm a major believer in goals boards. I have a goals board behind me. And in that fifth year, I was actually called up to the team. I got a start in a Munster final and I ended up scoring a goal. It was like something out of John Milan, because I wasn't meant to start. Someone got injured. They broke their finger. I got brought on. First 5 minutes, the ball was pucked in from midfield, batted down by the keeper. I was there, small little wiry corner forward, batted it in. That was the dream, okay? And dreams come true when you put yourself in the right position. But how you do that, firstly, is you focus in on your foods. What foods do I recommend? Three things the body runs off is carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So complex carbohydrates is what I recommend. Okay, oats being a super beneficial carbohydrate for the body, easy to digest, which is what you're looking for when you're doing a run, a jog, or an event such as a walk like this. And other complex carbohydrates that I highly recommend are brown rice and brown pasta. Okay, they not only have the added advantage of giving you a slow release of energy, there's fibre in it too, which is aids in gut health, which is a natural mood improver, which I'm mad about as well, because 90% of your serotonin is produced in your gut. It's all about gut health. So following that, okay, protein sources. I recommend a lighter protein source, okay? Chicken, fish, turkey, or eggs are a winner because they're easier to digest than red meat. So following that, tofu and tempeh are also plant-based sources for those of you vegetarians or vegans. Okay, it's not about picking a diet, it's about understanding foods. So a protein source with that carbohydrate that you're having, okay, whether I want you to make sure you're having enough carbohydrates coming up to the race, and 2 hours or so before is the sweet spot for myself, but you have to find that out for you throughout the next week or so. Following that, then, if a healthy fat is the final thing that the body runs off, and if you have eggs, okay, that not only contains a complete protein, all 9 essential amino acids, it also contains fats that help break down the protein in that meal. So once you have your foods on par, it's then the proteins, the fats, and the carbs. Then it's the likes of greens. And what greens do I recommend? High vitamin C, high iron, high magnesium. Iron increases your energy levels, okay? Whether it be spinach, whether it be kale, whether it be rocket, all these things are in season. I needed to add it to your meals, not only today when you're listening to us, through the next week coming up and building up to this event. These are simple things you can add in, okay? Putting them into your stir fries, putting them into your sandwiches, whatever pasta dishes is not only going to increase your energy levels with the iron, the vitamin C speeds up muscle recovery, and so does magnesium. And magnesium also relaxes the muscles, so you're able to recover from your training and on the day of the event. Magnesium high foods, as I said, vitamin C packed, iron packed spinach and kale. Get them into your diet immediately and make sure they're organic as they're in season, okay? Following that, then, now that you've found out the foods I want and recommend to you to consume, it's now time to focus in on, remember, what going to your best ability. Whatever your fitness level is today, it's making sure that you improve on that and you give your all. Okay, I never ask anybody to give anything more than they currently have. It's about giving your 10 out of 10 and not comparing yourself to anybody else, okay? Because when you compare yourself to somebody else, you take away the joy of what you currently have. Whatever fitness level you have, you're going to your best. You push yourself, and it's going to be tough and it's going to be challenging. But remember that it's not for you, it's for someone else. And that's my organic fitness tip today. When you hit the wall, when you find it challenging, when you find the struggle, when you're on the run or on the walk or the jog, you have it written down, either on a band across your wrist or directly on your wrist with a pen. And the two charities, Pieta House and Cork Penny Dinners, are the two that you're going to write down, whichever one is more significant to you. And when you find it challenging, when you find it difficult, you look at your wrist. And whatever's written on that, remember that it's not for you you're doing this run or this event. It's for someone else. You're raising money for those two charities to help somebody else. You'll always get something more from doing something from somebody else. And that's my tip for you today. Whatever you do, make sure that you're pushing yourself, okay? Because you can do it. Tell yourself you can and you will. Tell yourself you can't and you won't. The whole thing about it is what you focus on will expand. Focus on the positives, whether it be in this event or later on. And if anybody has any questions in relation to fitness, food, nutrition, mindset, positivity, make sure you contact me on either on Instagram, Coleman Power, Organic Fitness, Facebook, Coleman Power. Message me directly and I get back to you straight away, as soon as I possibly can. Okay, I'm a firm believer in pushing yourself and being your best. You don't have to be the best. You just have to be your best. Okay, those are my final messages. And as I always end these videos, stay tuned, stay classy, and keep it organic.